So, welcome to the Heart's Frontier. I'm Kate Graham, and if this is your first time joining us, then so here I do shamanic oracle work, and I also do hypnotherapy work, and I do a lot of other things, but many of them you need to catch in person as far as that's concerned. So that's like what's more relevant here on the YouTube. So every day I come on here and I either do Sundays, the weekly live collective readings, which I had a lot of fun doing that yesterday. And today is a daily YouTube oracle reading. I keep saying YouTube, and I know that you're already here. It's like so redundant to say daily YouTube reading. Daily collective energy reading. So, I woke up today feeling like a sense of like exhaustion, but not in like a super physical sense, kind of in a like, whoa, there's a lot to do, kind of feeling. So if that's you, just know that you have much time and also you get more energy from doing the things that you are aligned and called to do, right? So if you wake up ever with that feeling of there's so much to do, I just don't have the energy to do it all, just know that as you do things you will get energy so long as they're aligned in part of your life path. I'm sometimes amazed that I could have, yesterday I had um like 5 hours in a row of like doing this work of doing healing and oracle work and one-to-ones and shamanic work as well. And I was like, hey, I want more at the end of it. So that's the kind of energy I'm feeling of reminding you of. And what do we need to tune into today? What's ideal for today? So um I do feel a certain heaviness in the gut, kind of like something. I feel like it's like processing something because it's not even really the gut. It almost feels like the liver. It's like a very specific organ feeling to me. Um, yeah, it's like I'm feeling specifically, it's like processing, maybe processing anger, releasing emotions. Sometimes it's difficult to call up what makes you angry when it's not in the moment. But I think that's actually when our anger is best learned from, is when we are already in a calm state, when we're already in a place of receptivity. We're not likely to actually get super agitated and excitable. So then we can say, what has recently made me angry, right? List down the things that have made you angry. They could be global things, they could be interpersonal things, they could be you stub your toe on a chair. I'm really bad for that, or good at that. It doesn't make me angry, but just thinking of those things, that like what has actually really irritated, agitated you, made you angry, to actually process that, to allow yourself to say, like, that one was right for me to be angry about. That's okay for me to have been angry about, to actually feel that. Okay. We have Eagle Communion. I've been seeing and feeling this card a lot lately. So anytime I'm using the Earth Magic, it almost seems like every time it's like at the bottom of the deck or flipping around somewhere. And Eagle Communion. This is about communicating with spirit. And I actually said this recently to multiple people, that I feel like right now, the next week or so, is an opportune time to connect to your upper world guides. And in the shamanic realm, in the shamanic understanding of things, the upper realm and upper world is where more like human like figures hang out. So it'd be where you have your ascended masters, deities, you would have angels, your ancestors, your higher self, any of your people who have passed on that you knew or didn't know. So it is like a realm where you receive guidance and support generally, um, and and wisdom as well, I would say, is definitely kept up there. There's wisdom, I suppose, in all the realms, and support in all the realms, but this upper world is more like they can give you messages that you actually understand a little easier, because when you do inner child work, or child part work, when you do like more landscape exploration, when you do animal work, they can communicate but in a bit of a different way, right? Because it's like a baby can't like fully communicate the way that you're used to hearing. An animal is only able to give you messages based on like feeling, or sometimes, sometimes people do have talking animals. So maybe I shouldn't sell them short, but I personally don't. I tend to get impressions and feelings and, word messages, but not necessarily full sentences. And so that's where I'll get full sentences up in the upper realm. And I'm also feeling like asking you to ask them for support, like your spirit guide, your team, your upper world council, your upper realm is there to be with you, to support you, and to guide you. And they're like rooting for you. It feels like they're rooting for you. And if they were rooting for you, how much more energy do you think you'd have knowing that you're backed by a whole team of spirit beings saying, we're so excited for you to take this next step, you know? And then we also have lake and stillness. And I am feeling like bringing up an animal in here. So it's lots of spirit communication, but I'm specifically feeling upper realm, and animals generally are in the lower realm. But I do feel like I want to bring out an animal card here. So let's see. That stillness card with the lake. It's funny, like a lot of these same impressions are coming up that I used yesterday, either in Soul Circle Oracle or in the weekly collective. But I had this feeling of like surrendering, floating in a pool. So just floating in a pool, carried by the water, that feeling of suspension. You may be suspended. You may be like in a place where you just need to find stillness and allowance. Yeah, we have set healthy boundaries. So this could be why you need to consider what has created anger within you, set healthy boundaries. And this could also be set healthy mental boundaries, what you think about, being conscientious of what you put your attention and energy into. Make sure that most of the time you're putting energy into what you want and what you desire and what you'd like more of. What would you like more of? Put your thoughts towards that, because our thoughts can carry how we, go throughout our days. And we tend to think that they just happen. They don't. We're actually very much able to choose thought, right? So because you can choose a thought, you can choose a thought right now, choose more thoughts that are in line with your boundaries and what you want in your life. And you'll have clearer energetic space between you and the stuff you don't, like the stuff you're trying to protect yourself from, right? It's like protecting a bunch of sheep from wolves, right? Like you want a strong fence for that. It's not a bad thing to keep your sheep safe, your little mental sheep. That's cute. Okay, electric eel. That's interesting. I was thinking about the eel this morning. Electric eel, bring your ideas to life. I actually feel compelled to read that card. I haven't read that card in a while. I often don't. Ooh, brown bear was just poking out here. That's interesting. It says take time out. So today's a timeout day, like, yeah, be with your feelings as much as you can be today. I know a lot of people have to work. I mean, I have to work, get to work today. It's Monday. So I'll be at the retreat center. I think it's important to still remember that it's Monday, it's moon day, lundi. So it's all about your emotions and tending to your internal field. And I'm getting this feeling of really being soft and still today. Bring your ideas to life. Okay. I'm feeling called to tell you the protection message. So in this deck, there is an oracle message and a protection message. Ideas need to percolate as they rarely download in detailed form. Have you too quickly dismissed an epiphany because you couldn't see where it might lead you? Have you rushed to follow the muse without taking time to contemplate the meaning of your aha moment? Perhaps your dream will take a different form than you first imagined, morphing into something else that is even better. Spirit's plans are often hard to discern, but so much more satisfying once they have taken over from your own predetermination. Maybe your big idea is taking more time to shape than you expected. Have you considered that you are meant to learn something in the process of bringing it into being? Commit to transformation and to learning any lessons this new venture will bring. And soon you will see that your aha was even more valuable than you realized when you first felt it electrify you. So I really love this piece. Commit to transformation and to learning any lessons this new venture will bring, right? So commit to the transformation of yourself, of your entire life as you know it, in order to embrace the fullness of whatever these new ideas are that are coming in. So I know I've had a couple new ideas that have been swimming around. They've been swimming around in dream world for actually much longer than they've been in my conscious mind. Okay. So for a long time, I would be like, I'm just going to keep that in dream world. I'm just going to assume that's a dream. I'm going to let that be a dream and not actually try to address it in this life. And that's because I think I wasn't ready to accept what the fullness of that idea might bring. Now that I've started bringing them up to the surface, these two ideas I'm thinking of, as I've started to bring them up to the surface, I've started to see more around it and then allow, that which I don't even see to be a possibility for me. And that it takes a lot to hold that kind of space, especially if you're currently like today's energy in this feeling of, whoa, there's a lot to do here and I might not have the energy, right? So please remember every single thing you do that's aligned is going to give you energy, right? If not immediately, definitely in the future, you're going to create a more expansive existence for yourself that gives you more and more energy. More alignment means more peace, right? And it's away from chaos and stress. So if it feels very stressful to you, it's not aligned. And these ideas don't feel stressful to me, but they felt big, right? And it can be a lot to wrap your mind around something that is so big and potentially so different than what you're used to. All right. I'm going to pull one more card here. Sacred Traveler Oracle. I'm curious if anyone's watched the Sacred Traveler Oracle deck review. I don't feel super inclined to make more of those videos if nobody is really wanting to see decks and how I use them and explore that, just because there's other videos I could be making in the meantime, like hypnotherapy work. I'm really, really called to do more hypnotherapy work because I've been doing a few recently. They've been really powerful sessions. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love this work. And one of my clients was like, have you always been doing this? And no, it's like, it's actually the newest skill in my tool belt, in my arsenal. And it's so natural as well. It feels like I've always done it because it feels like a really, I don't know, it feels like a really aligned tool for me. And hypnotherapy is like deep belief work, right? So it's like the stuff that I really live for, that deep, deep transformation. All right. Get ready for new horizons. Faraway places jumped up again. This showed up recently, and we are being asked to get ourselves ready for this new expansive existence. And you might not see, again, it's like this little kind of fishing boat thing here, and you might be hidden from what the full extent of these changes is going to bring. So could you travel down that river, trusting that you will end up at the right place? And ascending the mountain, keep going forward. Keep going forward. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. It does feel like a perseverance kind of focused day, right? So keep going forward. And at the same time, that stillness is really going to help you. That reflecting on anger is really going to help you realize what, your anger is your fuel. So what is fueling you? So find your fuel and keep moving. Okay, I love this message. I'm going to leave it there for today. Enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Happy Monday. Sending you a hug, sending you my love from the Highlands. And I'll be back tomorrow for another daily collective energy oracle reading. Okay, enjoy the rest of your day. Take care, everyone.